Welcome to another episode here with Queen City Reefs and More, the best channel on the East Coast, fastest growing channel in the Carolinas. You do not want to miss being part of Queen City Reefs. There are big things happening, especially through spring. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. As soon as I'm able to talk about it, I will definitely keep y'all posted. For now, y'all know that I got rid of the Peninsula tank that would have been right behind me, but then I wouldn't fit here to do these videos, right? It would have been right behind me, and I said that I would be getting a future tank, smaller of course, something that would actually fit against the wall over there so that I would still have all this space here in this office slash studio slash quiet space. I actually have a tank in mind that I actually want to get. It won't be anytime soon, but it's definitely on my radar, waiting to see if people post videos so that I can actually see the tank a bit better on their side and then make the decision from that to put it here. One of my future videos will be discussing which tank that is so that I can get y'all to let me know what y'all's thoughts are. I have things running through my head right now and I'm like, you know what? It's almost like to a point where I want to get it now, but I have to be patient. I have other tanks to take care of and I want to make this one a very special one for sure. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to take y'all to the Mega Matrix and we'll do a quick update on that Mega Matrix, just for the simple fact that I'm actually taking time while my wife is actually in school doing parent-teacher conference. My daughter's in gymnastics. My two boys had an opportunity to play today because they're off tomorrow. So they're upstairs and this is literally the perfect time for me to actually film this, edit it, and put it out tonight. It's a busy time of year for me. This is the time of the year where my boys end up joining their sport. My oldest son, he's in soccer. Then my middle son, he is in the baseball team for the school and for the city. Then my daughter is in gymnastics and joins the softball team. It's gonna be crazy, but I promise I'm gonna try to keep up with videos at least once every 2 weeks. But if you wanna encourage me to do, to keep up with the videos, keep up with this channel, all you gotta do is subscribe. When I start seeing those numbers go up, it gets me excited, that's for sure. And it gets me motivated to wanna continue making more videos for you and for me, because I do like this. Has become a part of the hobby for me that I actually like. I like filming and I like sharing this with y'all. Alright, as you can see, the corals have grown. There is quite many colonies in here, and I don't know if you really want to call them that when you know that these are little chunks compared to the big ocean, but in our tanks we consider them mini colonies, so we'll call it that. You'll see that my green goblin and acropora back there, if the fish don't stop getting in the way, has grown into a little mini colony. My pink, I can't even remember what that's called, but that's grown quite a bit. The green's bird's nest that is all the way back there, as you can see, is another one that has grown immensely. This red Monty cap is one that, man, I got as a little 1-inch frag, and now look at this. But we all know that these are really good hardy corals and they do very well as long as, like everything else, your parameters remain stable. You gotta love this blonde nasal tang, whatever y'all wanna. In this Hawaiian Dusumeri tang, which him and the Freckles are two that I've been definitely considering on rehoming, but it's just very tough to make that decision because my daughter and I have really become close to these animals, and if they were to go to other homes, we definitely would want to make sure that it's someone experienced that we know will be able to keep them long term and give them a full happy life. Because I mean, I'll be completely honest, I may not look for another home because just of that. I'd rather they outgrow this tank and be tied in here knowing that they're still going to be nice, fed and happy, and versus, you know, take a chance that someone else may end up being a beginner and, you know, get ick or velvet and then wipe their whole tank out. And it's something that, you know, I hate to say it, I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything like that, but I just, you know, it's almost like trust, right? You know, these are my babies, and I want to make sure that if I were to rehome them, that they find good homes. So on one of my previous videos, I mentioned that I had a big problem with STN, and I believe I found the root of the cause of that. You'll notice here on the, and if I wish I have this camera on a gimbal, so it makes it hard to try to focus without messing up the gimbal and hold the gimbal at the same time. So excuse the times that this, you know, goes out of focus because of the fish that get right in front of it. But if you paid attention to the PC rainbow right there, which is the red coral that's back there, it has a lot of bleached areas at the base of the coral, and that's because of the STN issue that I had. I lost a lot of SPS, a lot of good ones too that I had recently bought, and then they started STNing little by little, and you know, it was an issue that really had me worried because I did not want to lose my corals. Now, what I found to be the issue was, you know, long story short, was that my salinity was higher than what my salinity pen was stating, and I decided to buy a hydrometer and then use the refractometer to find out that when it said it was at 35, it was actually at 38. So I needed to bring down the salinity, and you might think that that's not enough to do it, but in my opinion, I feel that if that initially you won't see any issues, it's not like it happens overnight, but if I believe that that was the salinity and it stayed like that for quite some time, then of course it would end up affecting the corals. And the reason I say that is because the moment that I brought the salinity back to 35 to where the salinity pen would measure 32, I, you know, gave it some time to observe and notice that none of my corals continue to STN. So where you see bleached out areas back there, that has no longer increased. It stayed where it's at. And so there were some corals that still continue to die off because I felt like it might have been too late, but no new corals for sure started. As you can see here, the Red Setoso Monty is doing absolutely amazing. This thing is just, you know, grown and covered that whole rock. Lately I've been getting this Ghani craze and have been buying a lot of Ghanis. You'll see this pink one right here, two different shades of green, almost the same shade to be honest, but you know, when they showed me pictures, that's another thing, when they show you pictures they look so different based off how they've edited their pictures. And in pictures these two look different. So once I got them, they honestly, one's just a tad bit lighter green than the other one is. Then this one in the pictures had like 3 different colors, and here starting to look green. Then you have your pink one with yellow tips, my red one, a yellow one. This one used to be pinkish and now looks purplish. Then you have this one that's pink as well, but with yellow tips. That's an Alveoporo right there. Then you have your Bernardoporus. This of course is my Holy Grail torch that started off as 1 head that was splitting and now is about 6 heads. You'll see my Joker torch there. This is a Hellfire that was gifted to me as a 1 small head, and now there's about 3 or 4 heads. There is a Tiger torch in between there, and then that's a orange peel torch that's back there as well. Here you'll see my Hammer Garden. You'll see that I have an orange one, a yellowish one, greenish one. You know, some of the colors. I still haven't collected all the colors that I want, but you know, little by little, I guess. I don't know where I would have room. So this is where the tank is at. I am still using Calquasser, and then I am still supplementing with 2-part or 3-part magnesium, calcium, and alkalinity. But I'm finding that I'm not needing to dose calcium at all. That's keeping up. Alkalinity here and there, and then magnesium I am having a dose. But man, when it comes to magnesium, I've dosed like 200 millimeters thinking that would boost the numbers up, and it boosted it up like by 10. So it's one of those things that you have to pour a lot, and I'm not, you know, it's at 1380 last time, and I was trying to get it to 1400, so I'm not in a hurry to do that, and I'm dosing it slowly anyways and seeing where the numbers rise to. So one of the things that you'll keep hearing in this hobby is patience. Patience is key. So let's see what else. Oh, I talked in the video before too that I wanted to clear area here. So I am thinking that at some point I might sell one or both of these shelf rocks that are, if you notice, there's a base and then there's a big shelf where I was putting corals. But I'm thinking that I want to open this area up and just have low rocks where I would put all my torches, all my hammers, and have it like this area be the LPS side of, you know, all the LPS that are on the floor, and move it all over here, and at the same time give the fish more space to swim above, and, you know, just change it up over here. You know, you could say I'm getting a little tired of the same scape, and so why not change it? But well, this was the quick update on this tank. I really hope you enjoyed watching this episode. If you have any questions of what's going on here, any questions, anything, any topics that you'd like for me to discuss specifically about this tank or any of the other tanks that I have, I'll be more than happy to cover those on a future video. Just leave it in the comments below. For now, I'll leave you with this, you know, view of the tank, and you'll see some shots of the tank when it was under all blues with a filter that I found that I was able to use with this mirrorless camera, and see maybe that makes a difference. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen.